Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. So we are just starting out, and we have finished our level 10 quest for our starting class, which was Pugilist. And now we have the opportunity to pick up other classes. We're going to begin with the Thaumaturge. So let's go ahead and join the Thaumaturge Guild. The nation of Ul'dah inherited its traditions from ancient Belladia. Belladia? A city founded by the descendants of the first mages. The secrets of these illustrious sorcerers were ultimately entrusted to the priests of the Order of Naldal, who have passed them down from generation to generation ever since. Focused and refined over centuries of use in the Order's funeral rites, the arcane magics of our ancestors eventually emerged as the art we now know as Thaumaturgy. A freezing blizzard to halt corruption, a raging fire to cleanse the corpse, a bolt of lightning to expel the sins of mortal life. The dwellers employed in the preparation of the dead are equally efficacious when applied to the living. Thus does our guild thrive in the depths of the Arzaneth Ossuary, a sanctuary devoted to the Tal, the divine arbiter of the afterlife. What say you then, adventurer? If you would plumb the abyssal depths of Thaumaturgy, let our learned sages guide your descent. Before you leap into darkness, you must prove to our guild masters that you are possessed of the spiritual fortitude necessary to look upon that which waits therein. When you're ready to submit to the judgment of our most eminent mages, say the word. Sure. A wise decision. To prepare for your initiation, I would have you study the volumes of fundamental thaumaturgical principle, all 108 of them. Or at least I would, if such requirements had not been abolished. Too great a deterrent to fresh novices, they said. I suppose you shall just have to settle for calling upon the collective wisdom of our guildmasters. We have 5, you see, all brothers of the same house. Though they all wield supreme authority, it is the eldest who provides a singular voice for the guild when one is required. Master Kokobigo, I believe. Okay. Kokobigo! They're all Coco somethings. Who? What? Oh. Tal's teeth, miss. Did your mother never tell you not to startle a thaumaturge? Look at that expectant face, Kokobiga. This lady is obviously a new applicant for the guild, seeking audience with our eldest brother. Oh, Prelate Yayaki. She can recite the 307 verses of the funerary rites for the virtuous fallen, but the simple task of keeping our names straight seems ever beyond her grasp. Well, I, for one, find the constant confusion endlessly entertaining. My apologies, my dear. My merriment was not meant to mock your mistake. It is our sibling, Kokobuki, with whom you should speak. What's this? What's this? Tal has led us to a new aspirant. Ah, Kokobuki. Were you here the entire time? Greetings, child. I am Kokobuki, the eldest, and I would venture to say, the wisest, of the 5 masters of the Thaumaturge Guild. It's my solemn duty to furnish our would-be initiates with a succinct understanding of our beloved art. Thus I would have your fullest attention. To wield Thaumaturgy is to unleash devastation of the highest magnitude. The lethal force of our spells far exceeds the destructive capability of any other form of arcane manipulation. Fire, lightning, blizzards, somnolence. The Thaumaturge calls upon an expansive arsenal of offensive incantations to incapacitate and obliterate all manner of adversaries. Open your mind to our sorceress teachings, and you too shall soon hold the unparalleled power of our discipline in the palm of your hand. Of course, such power has a price. You must be willing to plunge headfirst into the forbidding chasm of Thaumaturge's secrets. For advancement in this art comes only with the completion of deadly and terrible trials. I ask you now, aspirant, are you prepared to leap into the abyss in pursuit of power unrivaled? Sure. A confident response. Your name, if you will. Very well, Yay. Let us mark your initiation with 3 eminently practical gifts. My first gift shall be, in addition to your hunting log, the names of enemies that will prove suitable to your training as a thaumaturge. The second and third gifts are the scepter and shield, instruments you shall need to focus the destructive force of your will. Did you believe your initiation over? My dear disciple, we've only just begun. Take your new weapons in hand, and I will set you forth upon your first trial. You change classes by equipping a new main hand. You've changed to a new battle class. To lessen the burden of leveling multiple Disciple of War and Magic classes, an experience point bonus known as the Armory bonus is added when slaying enemies and participating in fates. This bonus grows larger the greater the discrepancy between your current level and the level of your highest class. Use this to your advantage when deciding when and how to raise secondary classes. So probably we should push one up fast. But whatever. Guildmaster Kokobuki wishes to test the limits of your thaumaturgical aptitude. The scepter well complements the avid desire for destructive power written upon your features. We shall complete your initiation with a trial to test the limits of your aptitude for channeling thaumaturgy. Huge hornets, star marmots, and shrews inhabit this land. Slay 3 of each. Same quest, exact same quest. We're just doing a different class now. We have this nifty looking little inner UI element too. Let me move that from there to there. And where are we going? Are we going east or west? Or central or west? It doesn't say. It's in central. Ooh, look at that. A pretty looking mountain. Umbral Ice and Astral Fire. Let's learn about this. Astral Fire and Umbral Ice are special status effects, which allow thaumaturges to continuously deal devastating amounts of damage while conserving MP. Casting a fire spell gives us the effect of Astral Fire, which increases the potency and MP cost of fire spells. It lowers the potency and MP cost of Blizzard, but prevents natural or spell-assisted gradual restoration of MP. Casting a Blizzard gives a effect of Umbral Ice, which decreases the cost of ice spells while increasing the speed of MP recovery. As the Thaumaturge progresses in level, the number of Umbral Ice and Astral Fire effects which can be stacked at one time increases. The larger the stack, the more powerful the effect. Learning to switch between fire and ice is key. And now we have this gauge. Indicates whether you're under the influence of Astral Fire or Umbral Ice. So, for world questing, I think we just kind of want to spam fire, right? Here, let me, let's put this there and that there. As long as we recover between fights. But it looks like we don't. Yeah, I'm not recovering. Interesting. So even when you're running around the world, you have to care about this. It's not just like a dungeon thing. We need to slay snapping shrews, which are to the east. Somewhere? Where are you? So what if I just cast fire spells to the point where I can't even use, I can't even cast a blizzard? What did I just get? Let's look at this. So I got blizzard is a potency of 180, and this is also a potency of 180. So they do the same damage without the special buff. Transpose swaps a fire with ice or ice with fire. Gotcha. Okay. That answers my question. What else do we need in our hunt log? Other things we can get around here. That's western, central. These clouds, yeah, we've seen those. Western. More of these grave robbers. We know where those are. And we know where those are too. Don't know the bats. No, I have to... No, not that. Need to edit. Let's put this here. Get rid of these. pretty. I mean, you know, relatively. This is the content that was released, what, 10 years ago? So there's only so much you can expect. There's a cloud. That's what we need. So for mapping, just running around the world, I think the idea might be to spam fire until you either run out of mana or you're about to finish the fight, and then be in water until the in ice until the next fight starts. So you can recover between fights. Maybe? I don't know what I'm doing. There's another one. So the one was in the clutch, which is way out here. But that's a level 10 one, so I think maybe we should just bother, you know, we shouldn't bother with it. That's not the right way. It was down this way, wasn't it? No, it was this excavation site, so we're way too far north. There it is, there's the ruins. That's not a lot of damage. Learned a new action, Thunder. Let's take a look at it. Deals lightning damage with a potency of 30. Lightning damage over time for 21 seconds. Only one thunder spell induced damage over time can be inflicted on a single target. Gotcha. I getcha. We probably should start out with thunder. Alright, I believe we just have to go to the northeast. And like right around here was those Kikirin, or whatever they were. Or was that down here? I think it's up here. I mean, I need these too. I guess these are the only ones I really need. I don't think these are counted. Yep, they counted, never mind. It seems like you're going to have to spend a lot of time to get your mana bar. Make use of the whole going back and forth. Oh. Fate complete! Where am I going then? I think we're done. We have to go back to the Thaumaturge Guild. Okay. So return up. You have the satisfied look of a maid who has utterly vanquished her foes. I formally welcome you to the Brotherhood of Thaumaturges. The purpose of this trial was to gauge your capacity for wielding thaumaturgy, an innate quality, the limits of which are bound by the level of etheric energy flowing through your physical being. Ether, the very stuff of life, exists within all living creatures to a greater or lesser extent. Remember this. It is the most basic law of arcane manipulation. As your experience grows, so shall your reserves of thaumaturgical endurance. The wellspring of your magical might will also swell in response to moments of extreme terror and duress. When you find yourself seeking greater challenge, when next you crave the thrill of exquisite fear, that is when you shall know the time has come for you to visit me once more. Your burgeoning power strains against the confines of your untried mortal shell. Another trial you must have. From this day forth, your tasks and challenges will be shaped by the teachings found within Thaumaturgy, the Yawning Abyss, a tome penned by the renowned thaumaturge Zozomaya. My brothers, who have not once tasted the bitter draught of defeat, will instruct you on the vital lessons to be gleaned from the 4 extensive chapters that comprise this exemplary work. Much shall you learn about the threats which a practitioner of our art must contend. The first chapter, the threat of intimacy, falls within Kokobigo's purview. It is only fitting that one so averse to being approached should teach you the wisdom to be uncovered therein. Yes, yea, I've been expecting you. Allow me to read to you the pertinent passages from the opening chapter, Zozomaya's Guide. The Threat of Intimacy. Ah, how magnificent the potent power we wield! Roaring flames, piercing ice, and shocking bolts are matched not by fist or sword or spear. But the burly warrior waxes fearsome with every closing step. Fists shatter bone, blades slide through flesh, spears puncture soft bellies. Know you this threat, and stand you apart from such men. That last part makes me queasy no matter how often I recite it. The lesson should be obvious. Keep your distance from your foes. Apart from the agony of being hit, or stabbed, or worse, you'll have a devil of a time completing an incantation, with an enemy flailing his weapons at your person. Thus, the wise thaumaturge always strikes from afar. The farther, the better. Let us proceed with your trial. Take this dried fish and set it down in the vicinity of the Silver Bazaar. Simply draw back to a comfortable distance and wait for a vulture to swoop in to feed. That's when you ambush the nasty critter with a barrage of deadly spells. Once you've slain the scavenger, retrieve a generous slice of vulture meat. He doesn't mind us conducting trials so close to his shop, so long as he's properly compensated. Yes, yea, we pay him in sorcery-blasted bird flesh. So it's to the northeast of the bazaar, which is I don't even know. Oh, it's in Western Thailand. I thought I was talking about somewhere in the city. And we kill some ladybugs and stuff on the way. Not worth using thunder. gained something. We gained Addle. That's a roll ability. Lowers the target's physical damage by 5% and magic damage by 10% for 10 seconds. That's so weak! Like, that's like nothing. Back to wires. There we go. I guess we could check these quests out now. Nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom of night. You've time to spare, don't you? Make yourself useful and help me find my missing crates. The manifest clearly states 3 crates bound for East Aldenard were included in the latest shipment from Vesper Bay, but I can't find them. They gotta be around here somewhere, but I can't waste more time looking. If you find the crates, bring them to me. No, 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 this can't be happening. There's no time to send for more, and no... You there! Please, you must help me. Go kill as many cactuars as you must to gather 4 bottles of their blood. I don't care if you have to hunt them to extinction. Please, there's no time to explain. Just know my very life hangs in the balance. For the love of the gods, woman, hurry! I just killed a bunch. Where's the last one? We did it already. Still looking for a the package then. It's up top somewhere. There it is. I didn't read that. I should have. My bad. Have you brought the Cactuar blood? All 4 bottles? Here you go. You saved my hide, friend. Just stopped to give my cargo a check on the way to Ul'dah, and saw all my bottles at Rad's at Hand skin tonic were all as empty as a guardian promise. Looks as though the lid shook off in transit and the whole load spilled right out. But I refuse to have it said that Guntram failed to make good on our delivery. Cactuar blood is supposed to help keep the skin supple. I'll just use what you brought to fill the empty bottles, and all those lovely Ul'dah ladies will be none the wiser. Don't worry about getting found out. Rad's at Hand skin tonic is still a rare find, all the more this far south. I'd venture none in Ul'dah would even know it from an ampule of their own piss. Ugh. Okay. Boxes, crates, barrels, lifting, moving, stacking. There's no end to it. I'm tired, so very tired. Say, friend, do a hard-working stranger a kindness, would you? See this letter safe to Kikipu at the Silver Bazaar. I'd call on her myself, but I haven't the time. I doubt these weird legs would carry me there, even if I did. I'd like to send her something nice along with it. Could I trouble you to scrounge up, say, 5 hammerbeak tail feathers? Kikipu's a dear old friend. She's called the Silver Bazaar home for too long. There's been ill rumors of the place of late. I'd like to make sure she's well, is all. So we need to go to the place northeast of the bazaar. I think that must be it. This is where we get to put stuff. No, that's where we kill hammer thing. Must be around here somewhere. Right there. Alright. Well, we can just do all those. There we go. I need these rusty koblins. hit me. There we go. That's where we put the thing down. What are these clanging sounds? Oh, it's the derricks. Okay. Here you go. Hammerbeak Tailfeathers in a letter? Dear God, it's from Oswell. Have you seen him? Is he well? Dearest Kickapoo, it's been too long since I wrote you last. How have you fared since? As ever, I'm a slave to my trade, and sadly it hasn't seen fit to take me to or through the Silver Bazaar in some years. I've heard it told the scum of Ul'dah have set their sights on your Silver Bazaar. It seems beyond saving. How long do you mean to linger in that horrid hovel? Remember, some birds just aren't meant to be caged. Spread your wings and soar once more, Kickapoo. Spread my wings and soar. By the gods, this is by far the most ridiculous letter I've ever read. And Hammerbeak Tailfeathers? The dolt does realize he sent the feathers of a flightless bird, doesn't he? Well, Oswald can go bugger himself. I have no intentions of stepping one ilm from this hovel, much less soaring from it. It's my hovel, and I love it. Here is your vulture meat. You're done making use of my testing grounds, are you? Cough up the fee, then. There's nothing so tender as a bit of meat pummeled with wanton wizardry. Nice doing business with you, Thaumaturge. Did you say Thaumaturge? Has this mage just completed a guild trial? Ah, Master Alchemist, what brings you to our bazaar this fine evening? The lady here just slew herself a plump of vulture. You'd be surprised at how many of these scepter-wielding sorcerers end up sliced to ribbons by beak and talon. Not the sort of flesh I have a taste for, you understand. My brothers, not again. We're already over-leveled for this. For both, not this one. But, you know, honestly, we're already over-leveled for this. Why don't we go ahead and just go back and complete our quest? Well, we might not be level 10 then. Let's go ahead and do these. You have a warm face for an outsider, not like those other curs loitering the bazaar. Surely you've seen the hammers to the east of here, or at the very least heard them. A few of their workers have decided to drop in on us for a little rest and relaxation. But they're no workers, they're nothing but hired muscle, sent to threaten the people of the Bazaar and harass our shops. It's not the first time. But I dare say a formidable lass such as yourself just might be able to scare them off with some strongly worded doubts. What say you? Are they down here? This is a different quest. This is one. Riled Worker. Doubt. You silver Bazaar folk are annoying as all hells, I'll give you that. Bugger this job, I'm off to find some peace and quiet. Use the power of doubt to make people leave. Your ears working? I said piss off. Enough already, I'm leaving. But tell that bloody Kickapoo this is the end of nothing, you hear? Nothing! I don't see where the other ones are. Maybe in the house? Yep. Persistent little thing, ain't ya? Fine, I'm on my way. But tell that Kickapoo this ain't over. I was about to leave anyway, so don't go thinking you had any part in it. Are they gone then? All of them? That's a relief. Serves them right for trying to scare honest folk from their homes so their own masters can buy them. The hammers were built to pound the ground here into a solid foundation. The plan is to turn these tracts into manors and manses for Thanaland's wealthy. The same fate awaits the Silver Bazaar. Since the value of the land is set to rise, small wonder some opportunist is trying to drive us all off, so he can have it all to himself. The Silver Bazaar might not be what she used to. More people leave now than come. More shops close than open. But it's my home. I don't mean to be chased off by some bloody gillionaire, Raven, who sends common thugs to do his dirty work. Hey there, friend. I have a sure way to into some easy gill if you're interested. It won't even require you to break a sweat. Well, not much of one. All you need to do is slay enough rusty goblins, gather 4 bottles of goblin grease, and deliver them to a hire by the name of Adelard at the Hammers. Once he has the grease, he can use it to keep the hammers running. I'm surrounded by fools here. They detest the hammers and the new way of life they symbolize. They care only for the successes of the past, but it blinds them to the opportunities of the present. Change isn't coming, friend. It's already here. I call the Silver Bazaar home for now, but I have no lingering affection for the place. I go wherever there's gil to be gotten. So let's get that other quest right there too. Danielle. Please, you must help me. It's my father. He isn't dying or anything. He's a fisherman by trade. But he broke his only compass. He hasn't been able to pull out to sea in weeks. The compass is very special. It was crafted by Goldsmith of Eschheim's lapidaries. Repairing it will require many chunks of magnetite. Such stones can be found near the lighthouse, but the search is not without dangers. The area is rife with earth sprites. I'm a lowly fisherman's son. I have no arm for fighting, nor the stomach. 3 chunks of magnetite would serve to bend the compass. Take them to my father, Galfredus. They're close. Sounds good. Oh my, it's almost 1 AM and I have work tomorrow. Probably worth using thunder. You know, that spell is instant cast. I should put it somewhere else on my body. Let's put that here. Right? That is instant cast, right? Yeah. There we go, 1 of 3. The turn in towards the middle, so let's get these first. And then we'll get the other one. Well, no, let's go ahead and turn that in first, then we'll go back. this in right here. What is it? Can't you see I'm busy cleaning the sand clogs from these hammers? Gods, I'd kill for a few bottles of cobbling grease right now. Cobbling grease! Babafono must have sent you. Thank the gods for both of you. Before long, these tracks will be covered with the estates of Old Don Elite, but the ground is still too loose to build upon. The hammers are pounding to make a solid foundation. Once that's done, you'll see the structure start to rise. The building was planned to stretch even farther to the heart of the Silver Bazaar even, but the powers that be are being met with some local resistance. Some last-name Kickapoo holds the rights to the bulk of the land there. Stubborn to a fault, that one. A bloody thorn in the side. Just pay her off. Buy her off, it's easy. And if she's unwilling to sell the land, then that's on her. There you go. Don't waste your time, lass. Bloody compass done broke on me. I'll not be fishing this day nor the next. Here you go. Magnetite. Daniel asked that of ye indeed. But Dad's to fix up the old compass and put out back to sea. Catch a nice haul of fat fish. I have a vessel what's barely seaworthy, and scarce big enough for me alone. I have no crew, no hands to help with the haul. All bloody day at sea, busting my arse gets me a few gill at best. Gods, days ain't what they used to be. Time was you could scarce count the ships what used to make berth here. There weren't no empty coin purses or stomach in all the bazaar. Small ships have no place at sea anymore. Everywhere I go, I'm in the shadow or wake of some monstrous trawler or signer. The old ways are done. We little fishermen have lost our way. I'm no fisherman no more, nor much of a father, I suppose. Just a broken man with a broken compass and broken dreams. Sucks for you, man. He wishes to reclaim his fishing lures from goblin muggers. Sure. I appreciate what you did, bringing me magnetite. Gave it some more thought I did, putting back out to sea and all. But even with the compass fixed, you don't have your lucky copper lures. We were waylaid by some goblin muggers a few weeks back, just north and east. Must be you felled some earth price to get the magnetite chunks, am I right? Then I reckon you could put down a few goblins and bring back the lures. I can make do with just 2 of them. A couple of coppers should do for now. Are you up for helping me put my life back together? What about you? So close yet so far. Something has him very agitated. Those goddamn haulers, who do they think they are? I paid good coin to... Ah, you there. You're one of those task-seeking adventurer types, are you not? Some wares I ordered from an Uldan merchant arrived, but those worthless haulers just dropped them outside the gate and left. Ain't obliged to bring 'em no further, the lazy bastard said. Beat to the bazaar is still the bazaar. Order said nothing about home delivery. The gall! There are 3 pieces in all. Please bring them to me. You're literally having me go pick up something within sight of you. How lazy. Let's see if it'll send me in the same direction. Let's see. Yes, yes, and yes. Excellent. Everything accounted for. These bags contain garments from sun-silk tapestries, though each is flawed in some way. In old Daw, even a minor misthread is enough to turn the most luxurious gown into fodder for the furnaces. Not here, though. So long as the garments bear a famous name, the souls of the Silver Bazaar have no qualms with quality. Times used to be better. We were never driven to such lows, but Gil is harder to come by now, and more so with each passing day. All that's left is to this bazaar are overly proud souls with underly developed tastes. Everyone clings to the glories of the golden past, yet none make effort to reshape the dismal present. I pray this damnable bazaar someday sinks beneath the sands that strangle it. That guy is so negative. Alright, he didn't give me a follow-up, so let's just go and kill a couple goblins. I called those derricks, but they're not. They're literally just hammers smacking the ground. There they are. In hindsight, that wasn't the right way to do it. There we go. It ain't easy to ask, but I'm asking all the same. 2 copper lures. Here you go. Never thought I'd see these buttes again. Bloody hells, them goblins sure saw to banging them up. Ain't gonna be catching no fish for these. Well, that's that. Must be Nald himself telling me to give up my sea legs. Might be as there's a new life waiting out there somewhere. Maybe me compass will lead me to it. Born and bred here I was. Ain't never called no place else home. Times are changing, though. Suppose I could sell my land to those bloody buzzard prospectors and see what else is out there for me. Sounds good to me, man. Now you have a follow-up. I don't really feel like doing it, though. Let's go back home. Hopefully we have enough to get us to level 10. No. Welcome back, Yay. You seem to have done well. Both eyes intact, face appears unshredded. It truly is the most terrible feeling to have one's casting interrupted by a heinous injury. It's one of the easier trials, if you ask me. Keep well away from pointy, slashy, bashy things if you want to reach the end of an arcane utterance. That's just common sense. Fortune favors the fighter who flings fire from afar. I simply love the look of loathing leveled at me by distant duelists distressed by my deadly downpour. We thaumaturges excel at offense, but fail miserably at defense. Our most effective strategy is to topple our adversaries with overwhelming force before they have a chance to respond. Honor is for knights and dead mages. Your studies appear to be progressing nicely. It won't be long before you dominate the battlefield as an avatar of sorcerous destruction. So it's true, Buki. Don't try to hide from me, Bigo, or you, Bonnie, or Basie, or Boha. Kokabusi, what are you doing here? You promised you would teach me next. Well, yes, of course we did, Busi, but Ye here was most insistent. And once again, you brushed me aside in the hope that I abandoned my heart's desire. Why do you deny me? I hate you, all of you. Lucy, you should say such hurtful things. You know how delicate Bigo is. That was Kokabusi, our youngest brother. He so dearly wishes to become a thaumaturge like the rest of us, but it simply isn't possible. The poor boy's etheric levels are pitifully low. We thought we convinced him to accept fate's cruel quirks when he entered the Alchemist Guild, yet he yearns to walk the path of thaumaturgy. Such is Kokabusi's determination. He spends all his waking moments experimenting with alchemical concoctions, seeking a method by which he can expand his capacity for arcane manipulation. Well, this is obviously not your concern. Back to the abyss with you, young thaumaturge, and I mean that in the most encouraging manner possible. We can get a custom-made robe of casting, or a wrist. I don't think I have a wrist yet. Or a ring. Here, give me a wrist. Now they switched me to a staff instead of the scepter and the shield. Okay. I'm level 10. I have a new quest. Yes, the aura of power surrounding you is palpable. The glare begins to blind my thaumaturge's eye. Your lesson today shall be taught by Kokobani. Go to him and hear from the chapter entitled The Threat of Paucity. Paucity? Paucity? Another word I've never actually spoken aloud. So, yeah, you come to learn at the foot of the third eldest brother, have you? I promise you, your education shall not be third-rate. Let us read from the second chapter. Are you settled? No last-moment trips to the privy? Very well. The threat of Paucity. How magnificent the ruthless power we wield! Flame devours, ice entombs, and lightning courses through the stricken bodies of our foes. But oh, such desperation when the wellspring runs dry. Flame sputters out, ice melts into slush, and lightning sparks no longer. Know you this threat, and mind you the limits of your mortal vessel. A terrifying thought. A thaumaturge who has exhausted her arcane reserves is not but a woman with a stick and a funny hat. For we mages, you may as well equate etheric energy flowing through our veins with our very lifeblood. Should a battle find us lacking in this precious resource, we're as good as dead. Controlling the expenditure of power requires an understanding of etheric balance. The scales can tip in one of two directions, astrally or umbrally. When your mind and spirit lean in an umbral direction, your thaumaturgy is affected by the state known as umbral ice. The potency of your spells is diminished, but they also require less energy. On the other hand, a thaumaturge in the astral fire state will find the potency of her incantations enhanced, but at greater cost to her etheric standing. With the concepts of etheric balance and efficient casting foremost in your mind, go forth and slay 8 Efts. Do your best to stay alive. It reflects badly on me when the mauled corpse of one of my pupils is returned to the ossuary. Simple enough. So that's central, right? Yeah, central to the northeast. I forget what level you get at Mount. I know you do eventually. It's the ground mount. So it was not in the... This is the rail. It was a cave in a lake, right? There they are. Still on the map. Oh, I have a new spell. What's that do? We'll look at it in a moment. It's not one of these. Sleep. Puts target and all nearby enemies to sleep. There's some CC. Let's move that over here. think the fire buff affects my lightning. No, it doesn't seem to change the cost of it, so it doesn't affect the damage all in one minute. That hit us. Which is 30 now. I think we need to go and get respawn. I don't know if there are any more. That's it. I don't think our return is up yet. In 1 minute. We could look over here. I think there was another monster type we need. Sunbat. There you go. One more. Oh. Okay. Is that enough? No, I should have warped. Yeah, we can just walk. Tell me, what action would you take if you found your thaumaturgical endurance exhausted in the middle of battle? I would use the transfer thing to switch me to water. Flee. Most practical indeed. A discreet withdrawal to await the replenishment of your energies is a sound strategy. But should there be nowhere left to run, a vial of ether can be your stoutest ally. Ether, the draught of the gods. We thaumaturges, indeed any who practice the art of arcane manipulation, value this substance above all others. Thus, it was with unbridled fury we received the most recent report of beastman activity. An Amalja raiding party has attacked a caravan on the trade routes and made off with an entire crate of precious ether. The time has come for you to put your knowledge to the test, annihilate these bandits, and retrieve the cargo of ether-filled vials. The armored war transport was spotted to the south of Drybone. Kokabuki has an additional request. While you're incinerating them, collect samples of blood. Okay. Where is that? It's in eastern Thanaland. That's a new one. Haven't been that way. What would it take to warp to here? 194? We're poor. We can walk there. So it's a central. And then north and all the way to the east. So it's through the clutch. Might have some ants troubles. Look at that. That's huge. Toxic toads. Alright. New area. With a bunch of level 15 enemies. But we got this quest at level 10, so it's gotta be like, you know, it's gotta be doable at level 10. 7 enemies. And that's it. Here, while we're here, let's get the crystal. Alright. And how far are we from being able to return? 7 minutes. Let's just spend money and go there. Or wait a minute. Chocobo! We'll ride a Chocobo. Take me to Ul'dah. So I can't control my mount. I'm just letting it carry me along. It's slow fast travel. Oh, that good, dude. Huge. There's Ul'dah. Oh, that someone's got like a flying horse. Looks cool. So we could have just warped back here, but it would cost like, you know, a couple hundred gil. This cost 30 gil and took 3 minutes. Or we could have just sat around doing nothing for 8 minutes and then teleported. So many options. Nah, we can port from the crystal. Do I detect the scent of ether? I trust that stench is Amalja blood. There you go. "10 vials, 20, 30. The sight of so much ether is just so very comforting. What have we here, Krokobani? Is this the crate that was stolen? I see Ye's lessons have had the desired effect. I'll assume the vile viscous liquid you have there is beastman blood. Krokobusi should be pleased. Krokobuki, you left word for me to visit the ossuary. Have you finally decided to begin my training? Ah, Krokobusi, good of you to come. Ye here was kind enough to obtain a supply of Amalja blood for you. An alchemist acquaintance of mine explained how you've been using the substance in your research to create a mana-amplifying elixir. Naturally, we're most interested in the results of such experiments. So you see, Busi, your work as an alchemist already puts you in a position to work alongside us. You needn't become a thaumaturge to be part of our family. That's right, Busi. Besides, the battlefield is a dangerous place, and our skills are not exactly suited to keeping others safe from harm. I see. This is but another attempt to dissuade me from pursuing my true calling. I do not want to cheer you on from the safety of my workbench. I want to fight at your side. Busi, we just cannot stand the thought of you being armed. Pray, do not do anything fool. I do apologize, brother. I sometimes forget how difficult it must be not having a natural aptitude for the arcane arts. As I mentioned before, Krokobusi is dangerously unsuited to the wielding of thaumaturgy. Even with proper training, he'd be unable to cast magics as we can. Were he to attempt the force and manifestation of power, the strain on his etheric reserves would likely kill him. But let us not dwell on this unpleasant circumstance. For you, on the other hand, are brimming with thaumaturgic potential. Remain diligent in your studies, and do not cease in your efforts to expand your wellspring of power. Sorry, kid, you don't have the right. No, you do not have the right. There we go. Alright, I think I'm going to stop for the night. It's, after when I am. But we just completed the first, up to level 10 of the Thaumaturge questline. I'm not sure what we'll do next. Maybe we'll do a crafting class? Or a gathering? I don't know, something like that. We'll see what we're going to do, not tomorrow, but the following day, apparently. Servers are down. So thank you for watching. Until next time.